Not a good picture. Right, I want you to treat me as a pupil at the beginner stage. I've never met you before, but I did have a lesson last week in a car similar to this, so I am familiar with the controls. And I had a controls lesson.
Okay.
So today, my instructor who can't make it said that he was going to explain the use of mirrors to me and show me how to move up and stop.
Okay.
So what level am I?
You are a new driver.
Beginner.
Beginner.
Yeah.
Beginner.
And what's subject?
We are going to do mirrors, talk about mirrors, and moving from stopping.
Yeah. So you okay with that?
I think so, yeah.
Right, I'll leave you to go into roll then. For this phase, you can call me Tony.
Okay. All right. Tony, hello.
Hello.
I'm Kevin.
Oh, hello, Kevin.
Right, Tony, how are you today?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take you through a lesson today because
Yeah.
I understand the instructor that you had last week. You had your first lesson was last week. It's not available, but you should be familiar with the car because it's the same.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
And I believe you went through all the controls with him last week.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, and getting out the car safely as well.
Getting into the car and setting myself up.
And setting yourself up, good. Okay. Okay, he said to me what you'd be doing, what you'd normally be doing on your second lesson would be looking at the use of mirrors and also moving off and stopping safely.
All right.
Okay, so that's the subjects we're going to cover today. We're not going to do it here. We're going to drive to another location where it's more suitable for doing this, and we will swap seats, and we'll get you moving off and stopping, and hopefully with by the end of the lesson, move on stopping safely and with a bit less help from me. That's the objective. Okay. So we've.
Have you found? Just out roll a minute. Have you gone deep enough to find out how far I got last week?
I was going to ask you on the way there.
Because on a controls lesson, if you look at the marking sheet,
Yep.
it doesn't actually include moving up and stopping, doesn't it?
If you get time to do it, I could ask you, did you get as far as moving off and stopping? So Tony, did you get as far as moving off and stopping on your controls lesson?
Well, ask me a more direct question. How far did I get on the controls lesson?
Okay. So Tony, how far did you get on your controls lesson?
I got as far as starting the engine. And then I run out of time. I had to get back to lunch because I'm already on my second warning for being late.
Okay. All right.
So I got as far as starting the engine.
Okay, that's good.
And then I had to get back to work.
All right. Well, we'll look at going further with that today.
All right.
To actually progress the moving off and stopping.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Need to get safe before we move off, don't we? So we're going to do what with our seatbelt?
I'll put my seatbelt on.
Pop your seatbelt. Are you okay doing that?
Oh yeah.
That's good. What are you looking for in your seatbelt for it not to have?
No twists.
Twist the kinks, yeah. Good. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to talk to you about mirrors on the way there.
Yeah.
So a very important aspect of all driving is to make sure we check in on our mirrors. Can you remember a bit about what you learned about the mirrors from your controls lesson?
Different types of glass.
Different types of glass, yeah. And what is the difference in view between the centre and the external mirrors? Interior.
I think you said that was the true picture.
Yeah, good.
And that was a confused picture.
With the others, it's convex glass, makes things look further away than they really are. So we're checking the mirrors in a certain order, and we're always checking which one first.
Can't remember.
Always the interior mirror first, because we're checking to see the speed and distance of the car behind.
All right.
Before we're looking in the other mirror, which corresponds with the direction in which we're changing.
Yeah.
Okay, should we move off then? Yep.
Yeah, there's no need to repeat the directions back to me while you're driving, yeah?
Okay.
So we're going to turn left at the end. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes, one important thing, Tony, is the pedals. Just ahead of you, well, there's a couple of pedals. They're for my use.
Oh, we did tell me that last week, sorry.
Yeah, my mistake. They're for my use only. If you just keep your feet away from those, don't put your feet underneath, because on some cars the pedals go down with these ones.
I was just stretching my long legs out and forgot about them.
Okay, if you keep your feet flat on the floor and keep your hands on your
lap. Just going out of roll, so could you just have said to me, do you remember last week what you said about the pedals?
Yeah.
Right, so we carry on.
Alright. Okay, so as I move off, I'm checking all my mirrors to my left, centre, right. I've got to check over my shoulder as well, make sure it's all clear before I move off.
Turning left.
And I'm going to be turning left, so I'm checking my centre mirror first, and then my left mirror. Put my signal on. mirror do you think I'll be checking now for my right turn?
Not a clue.
Centre mirror first and then my right mirror. So what am I checking again? That centre mirror for?
Haven't got a clue.
Speed and distance, the car behind.
Should I know this already?
You covered your mirrors, didn't you, last week in the controls lesson? So did you go into the reasons why and when you check your mirrors?
I didn't quite understand them last week.
Okay, that's fine. That's right. We'll get through it again with you. That's fine. So we're checking our centre interior mirror because that gives a true picture for the speed and distance of anything behind us. Okay, and then if I'm turning right, I'm then checking my right hand mirror.
I'm going to turn left, please.
Okay, so for this example here, checking my centre, I'll talk you through it first. So checking my centre mirror and then my left mirror. Now I know it's safe to apply a signal. I'm looking for what's behind, speed and distance car behind, looking to see if there's anything like a bicycle coming up on me inside. And in my new road, I also check my centre mirror and my right mirror. Checking again for anything behind me, speed and distance, looking in my right mirror to see if anything followed me out, overtaking me.
Yeah, if I'm on my moped and anybody tries overtaking me, I just accelerate really hard.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to do that, Tony, because
I'm going to turn right.
turn right. So I'm checking my which mirrors? Which mirror first?
I can't remember.
Centre mirror first,
Yeah.
and then my right mirror. Why am I checking that right mirror first? Sorry, centre mirror first.
I can't remember.
Checking the speed and distance
Oh, right, yeah.
of the car behind me. Why is that so important to look for?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, it's so I'm aware of what's behind me. So if I do need to stop or slow down suddenly, I know how far away the traffic is behind me. Checking my right hand mirror, across the junction as well. Checking my centre mirror, my right mirror in my new road. So I'm checking my centre mirror, again for the speed and distance of the car, anything behind me. I'm checking my right mirror for anything that might be overtaking me. And you're talking about speeding up just now. If I started to speed up and something was going round me, what would be the danger of that?
Not too sure.
Well, we could hit each other, couldn't we?
All right.
Yeah, it would potentially the car going around me or whatever was going around me could hit something coming the other way. So I'd speed up.
Yes, what would you do then?
So what I would do, just go with that, so what I would do was I'd just check my centre mirror and I'd ease off the gas and I'd just allow that car or whatever it was to get around me
Right.
safely.
I'm going to turn right.
And we're turning right up ahead. So do you think which mirrors I will be checking first?
Middle. Oh, and right.
In right, good, good. Checking my right mirror there and looking to the new road as well. Check my centre mirror and my right mirror as well in the new road. What am I looking for?
Distance, speed, and see if anybody's overtaking you.
Good, good. And if there was anybody overtaking me, just tell me again. What would I
You wouldn't accelerate like I would. You'd actually let them go.
let them go? And why is that a safe thing to do?
Just imagine they'd be sitting alongside you, wouldn't they?
They would. And what could happen if there's something coming towards us?
You did that BMW, couldn't it?
Certainly could.
I know it's a BMW because my wife's got one of them.
Just move from my normal drive position, so I've checked my centre and my left
And we're
mirror.
going to turn left.
We're going to turn left up ahead. So I'm checking which mirrors.
Middle and left.
Slow down, looking to my new road. I'm checking my mirrors. Which ones am I checking in my new road?
I think I'll get this one, middle and right, isn't it?
Centre, yeah, right there, good. And again, just from my understanding, what are you checking for?
Distance, speed, and anybody overtaking you.
Good.
And turning left.
Centre on left, so I'm checking which mirrors.
Is it middle and left?
That's it. Good.
Just stop just on the left.
Yeah, stop just on my left. So I'm checking to come in. Checking which mirrors.
Middle and left.
Good. Good. So when I'm either changing from my normal driving line on the road or I'm coming in to stop, why is it important that I do check that left mirror? What will I be looking for?
You mentioned something about bicycles. I presume you'd actually turn in and force the bicycle up on the pavement, wouldn't you?
No, no. So that's what I'll be looking for. If there's anything there on the inside, like a bicycle. So what would I do you think if there was something there? I'll put the cyclist there.
I don't know, you never told me.
Okay, what I would do would be perhaps either let them pass or change my mind and carry on further up the road and move into a safer place a bit further up the road.
Right. Okay, so we'll just come out and roll there for a minute.
Mm.
Cool, you're asking me questions on the mirrors quite early on now, aren't you?
Mm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Get the information in first, didn't you?
Yeah, I was trying to think about how much information you got on your cockpit driven controls, which was I was trying to ask you things that you probably would have done, but
I've got a funny feeling you didn't listen to the word picture.
mm.
Today I want you to talk about the mirrors. I didn't understand them last week.
Right. Yeah.
And teach me how to move up and stop.
Okay.
You were asking about the mirrors straight away.
Testing your knowledge too much.
Well, you were.
Mm.
You were testing them straight away as soon as we made the first left-hand turn. Yeah. What mirrors am I going to check? Made it clear to you. Didn't have a clue.
Mm.
No, you lived out running from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So talk to me more about what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
and then you mentioned about turning left, and then you were on the right track. I'm going to check my middle mirror for distance speed. I'm going to check my left mirror for bicycles.
Yes.
You never quite told me what you do if there was a bicycle there, yeah?
No.
Yeah?
No. Okay.
Yeah, the devil's in the detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, there's no good telling a pupil, check your mirror, check that mirror. There could be a bicycle there, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me what I need to do. I gave you a lifeline there about turning right. You said I'm going to check my middle mirror, check my right mirror.
Mm.
I said to you, and you did say in case somebody's overtaken, and I gave you a lifeline. I said if somebody overtaken me and I'm on my moped, I open the throttle really hard to stop them overtaking me.
Yeah, and I answered that, didn't
Yeah.
I? Yeah.
But why did I have to stick that lifeline in? This is what you're missing.
Oh, I see you mean,
Yeah, so why did I have to stick that lifeline in?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why. I'm giving you the reason why I'll be checking that right mirror.
Yeah, so do you really need all these lifelines?
No, shouldn't do.
No, of course you shouldn't.
Have my drink.
Okay?
Have my drink, please.
Yeah, we're going to swap over now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so this is a suitable area to move, not stopping.
Okay. Back in more.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony, we're a suitable area now for moving off and stopping. Okay. What we're going to do, though, obviously we're sitting in the wrong seat at the moment, aren't we, for you to be able to do it? So we're going to swap seats.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we turn off for a moment?
Absolutely.
Okay. So getting out the car safely.
Yeah.
Can you remember what we need to do with our seatbelt first of all?
Oh, you have to hang on to it
Hang on to it. Why are we hanging on to it?
in case it breaks your window or hits me in the face.
Yeah.
So I feed it back.
That's it. Lovely. Excellent. And then before we exit the car, what do we need to do first of all?
I need to
be sure of.
grab the handle with this hand.
Is that the best hand?
Oh no, the hand furthest away. Yeah.
What advantage does that give you using that
Oh, if
arm?
the wind catches the door, yeah.
Yeah, it's not both as far as it. And then opening the door itself safely. How do you
I
do
have
that?
to look up and down the road.
Good. All right. And then when you get out, will you leave the door open for me when I come round, or will you just close it?
Would you like me to leave it open for you?
No, I prefer you to close the door.
Oh,
you remember
right,
what it is?
Yeah, in case a partially sighted person comes down and doesn't see the door, yeah.
Yeah, or indeed, as you said just now about a windy day, could blow the door open, damage the car.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is it clear?
Yep.
Good. And I didn't talk about getting in the car safely.
Sorry?
I didn't talk about getting in the car safely.
Yeah, I covered that last
You
week.
covered that last week, okay. All right. Okay, we're going to be doing more movement stopping. Let's talk a little bit about it first for you.
Do you want me to
Come to it. Do you want to set yourself up first of all? Yep, get comfortable.
DH treble SM, innit?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. So what are we looking for? What are we checking first?
Can you just give your door a shake?
I can indeed. That seems
I did check the big doors I went past on the way
Good.
back, and I checked the two back doors.
Well done. Good.
And make sure it's up. So
Good.
not wrong. DH seat.
And what are we looking for in that seat?
Sorry?
What are we looking for in the seat?
That when the clutch is down, I've got to bend to my knee.
Good. Why is that important?
Because when I bring it up, if I haven't got a bend to my knee, I won't have very good control.
Absolutely.
Backwards as well. Straight over.
Good, good. What's next after you've done your seat, steering?
Steering, yeah. I can see all the clock, so that doesn't need adjusting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the fault.
Okay, what are you looking for in your seatbelt again?
No twist.
No twist, good, good. And why is that important?
The burning to me won't work properly. Mirrors.
Right. Coming out your seat, aren't you, using both hands?
Yeah.
Think of how that view is going to change if you sit back in your driving position afterwards. So if you sit back in your seat now, what can you see?
I can see the whole of the back.
You can from there, but sit back in your seat again, in driving position. What can you see now? A lot of the interior of the car, probably.
I can't see much.
Can't see much, yeah. So if you just sit back in your driving position, just using your left hand, bring your hand up to the mirror, just on this side here, without touching the glass and without obscuring your view of what's behind you. That's it. And how can you set your mirror to see out the rear window?
We said use this bit as a picture frame and the back window as a picture.
Good.
And hang it straight.
Good. Excellent. All remembered.
I can see the headlining.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of my headrest. Oh no, sorry, head restraint is called, isn't it?
It's a head restraint, yeah.
And a bit of your head restraint.
Mm-hmm.
I can square the whole back window.
Good. Excellent.
Just
All right. Do you remember how we're doing the mirrors?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all done.
What are you looking for when you set your mirrors up? What are you looking to see in those?
About 2 finger width to the car.
Mm-hmm.
See the sky at the top,
Good.
horizon in the middle.
Good. Yeah.
In that one, I can see exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
About 2 finger width to the car, sky at the top.
Good.
I can see that blue car in the middle.
I see them. Mm-hmm.
I can see right down the road. I can see those
Good.
2 pedestrians and that child walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm all set up.
Do you want me to talk about the differences between the mirrors? Are you clear on that? What you see in the centre one compared to the external mirrors?
True picture.
True picture, good.
Confused picture in it.
It's the convex mirrors, and they're wide angle, but they make things appear like they're further away than they are in reality. So you said the right thing when you said about that being true picture, and that's why we're always checking that one first, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we can judge the speed and distance more accurately with that one. It's the same as looking over our shoulder,
Yeah,
the view.
these give a confused picture, don't they?
Not confused, no. Wider angle, and the
Yeah, I remember it by confused, because that way...
confused. Okay, if that works for you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so, what do we have to be aware of then with those external mirrors? Just to recap,
They make everything look further away.
Further
It's
away.
actually nearer.
it's actually closer than it appears. Yeah.
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah. Good. All right. Okay. So talk about moving off and stopping. Where we stopped at the moment, we're quite close to the curb. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you first of all about where we're going to stop again eventually, where we're going to need to move back into. I'm going to set up a couple of points of reference with you.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, so have a look out the front windscreen and have a look where the curb meets the dashboard.
Right there.
Yeah, so where the curb meets the dashboard, you could use that as a point of reference for when we come in to stop again. Because we're going to move off, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we're going to need to come back into the curb at some point and stop again.
Yeah.
A little bit further down the road. So that's important to know where we are so we don't get too close to the curb. What would be the dangers of getting to the curb? What could happen?
That'd be parked properly, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we want to keep it a little bit out from the curb so don't pick up debris from the road in the gutter there. Also, we don't want to mount the pavement, do we? Because who have we got on the pavements?
Pedestrians.
Yeah, pedestrians, yeah. So it puts them at risk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, their safety. Okay, so we need to know where we are when we're coming back in towards the curb. We don't hit the curb or mount the pavement. Okay. So you got your point of reference there?
Yeah.
Yep, good. Okay, so we'll bear that in mind then for when we come back into stopping a bit later. So I'm going to cover the moving off part at the moment. Okay. So first of all, we're going to need to start the car. Just going to talk to you about it at the moment. Don't actually do it yet. And then we're going to want to engage first gear. So to engage first gear, we need to get our clutch down to break that connection between the engine and gearbox and the road wheels. So we get our clutch down to the floor, fully pressed down to the floor, and then we need to select first gear. Can you remember how you select your gears?
Yeah, push over, probably.
Good. What method did you use to actually get your gears? Do you remember? Did you talk about a palming method? Yeah. Okay. And once we got into first gear, we're then going to set up a small amount of gas, and we're going to find the biting point in the clutch. Did you talk much about the clutch last week?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he talked about the plate, the spinning plate, and
yeah. Did he talk about getting the biting point?
He did. Yeah.
He did. Yeah. Can you remember how you would do that?
He said bring it up a centimetre at a time.
Yeah, that's it. Up to the biting point, and very important that we don't bring it up too fast. We just come up to that biting point when we're moving off, and we hold it there. So this part of what we're doing is part of a driving routine called Prepare, Observe and Move, POM, the POM routine for short. So that's the preparation, what we've been talking about. And once we've got to the gas set and the clutch on the biting point, we need to do our observations, need to look all around and make sure it's safe to move off. We're checking the mirrors, the pavement behind us. No, we're not. Actually, first of all, we're going to check the centre mirror first of all, the road behind us, to make sure it's actually safe. And there's nothing too much around, nothing in the road around. Then we're going to check the pavement, checking in the mirror there. We're going to look out the windscreen, quick glance in the mirror again, checking the right-hand mirror, and then the last place we're going to look is over our right shoulder, and then at the road ahead. Okay, before we move off, because somebody could be coming up the road, and we could miss them if we didn't check over that right shoulder before we move off. And equally, there could be somebody in the road ahead of us, pedestrian or car. So we want to make sure the direction we're travelling in is clear as well. So we also at the same time we need to decide whether we need to signal. Now this is the only situation where a signalling is optional, when you're in the road, moving off and coming in to stop again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we put our signal on if anyone would benefit from it. Did you cover that at all on your controls lesson, signalling if need be?
No.
If necessary? Okay, so that's the only time that it is optional signal. That's different with junctions, we'll talk about that at a later date. Okay, so we're having a good look around. If there's anyone there to signal for, we'll put our signal on for their benefit, so they know what we're doing. Excuse me. Who might we be signalling for? So I'll say anyone to benefit from it. So it could be pedestrians, could be other road users in vehicles.
Oh right, yeah.
Tractor even, doesn't matter, cyclist.
Oh, right.
But anybody at all who benefit from it. And why would that be important? Why would it be important for them to know what we're doing? We're not signalling for our benefit, are we? It's purely for them.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Helps them to understand what I'm doing, doesn't it?
Yeah, so they can be prepared for us, for what we're doing as well. Good. Right. So we've done observations, we're ready to move off. We're going to hold our feet still, and then we're going to use the handbrake then. So we're going to put the hand